Alright, I laid the barrel, the action down on this side and drew a profile. Lets me know where all these little dips and everything that goes down. This is for the mounting lug, that part that drops down. Now I'm going to bring these up and square them across to know how wide. I've got to know how wide this cuts out, because this spring is only about 5/16, and this right here is about 9/16, and give or take, so forth and so on. So the width of all these different pieces, I've got to mark them on top, because I'm going to start cutting in from the top. So I'm going to bring that mark straight up. Keep in mind, this top edge is a machine surface. Then I'm going to go straight across. All I got to do is cross this center line. ½ inch plus 2/1000. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger than that for some clearance. The next widest thing is this spring right here, 0.3. And yes, I'm guessing at how how far off that is off the center line both ways, but I'm going to check that by measuring from both sides. And if I line up this barrel, this mounting lug, that spring goes from here to right here. So that's where that wide groove stops. And it goes down to a narrow. See, it's like a 1/4 inch groove right here for this, the bolt, the bottom of the bolt where the trigger engages it. It's a lot narrower. So I can step that down all the way back out to the back, which is right here. I don't even think that's a 1/4 inch. I think it's less than that. So there's my profile, and there's my widths. Now I got to put it in a milling machine and mill all that out. And I also need to get the diameter of the barrel here and here. This is a straight taper. I think, I'll check that, but I'm pretty sure it's a straight taper. Alright, I've got this thing level both ways, and I've got it clamped in here, but it's not holding a whole lot. This clamp, this vice jaw is just barely holding, maybe a 1/4 inch at the front, a ½ inch at the back. I'm not thrilled with that, but there's not a lot of milling to go on here, and so it's enough to hold it for what I want to do if I don't put a lot of pressure on it. So I'm going to mark that in case I have to take it out and put it back. It's resting over here on the front on the bed itself. So that's a secure place. It'll sit down on that. And then if I line my marks back up on this jaw, that'll let me relocate it if I have to take it out. This part that goes down for the trigger is 3/16 wide, but I don't have a 3/16 bit, so I'm going to use a 1/4. It'll be a 32nd bigger on either side. That's not a problem. So I'm going to start milling. I'm going to do my deepest places first. Another thing I'm going to do is set a depth stop. Now I am not too crazy about this depth stop on this machine. I've got a 60-year-old Craftsman drill press that's got a better depth stop, but this is all I've got. When I pull this thing down, all the way down where this zeroes out and it touches with moderate pressure, that's my depth stop. And so I don't trust it explicitly, but it's enough to get me close. Anyway, that puts my bit at the bottom of this mark right here. Then I can bring it back up, come back out, and cut it down to that mark. I have just cut that down to this depth here. I think they're close, but I don't know that for sure. They are. Everything is harder to do with one hand. The depth on this spring, the shallowest place of it, I am not quite there. I'm about a light 16th from there. So that's got to go down a teeny bit. I think I'm going to wait until I get this barrel bed plowed out, and then come back and check and see how much that tapers down, because I know it tapers some, but I don't want to take out any more than I have to on that. So I'm going to stop there and take a 3/4 bit, pull out that barrel. I'm gonna cheat a little bit right here, because this is deeper than this up here in the front. I'm gonna tilt this stock where it's cutting more here than here. It's a straight taper. And actually now I can see down in here. I'm gonna cut this spring track out a little bit more. I got a clear view of it now with that barrel bed cut out. I've got to start back here at nothing and cut down to 3/16 there. I got to go backwards and go up 3/16. Now I can test fit it. And that's what all that ruckus and racket and grunting and straining was for.